DR fam, hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody had a great Monday and a great weekend. Had some fun. Did our every quarterly, every 6 month family Zoom with my family out in Hawaii and Oregon and New York and Georgia and everywhere else that we are. So that was actually pretty cool. Got to see my mom. Um, my brother happened to be at her house, and so she was able to see all her kids and grandkids and all that good stuff. So that was a lot of fun. So hope you guys again had a really great weekend. Anyway, let's talk about DR. And before we do that, let's look at the higher time frame and see kind of where things are. All right. If you guys remember last week, and this is the weekly chart we're looking at. Okay. So each candle is a week. If you guys remember last week, we had this huge move up, and we talked about getting into this fair value gap here, right? This bearish fair value gap on the weekly. And right above that, we had a daily, right? We had a daily inside of a weekly. Okay. So that's always a sign of, things to come, because that means that price wants to go this way. All right. So we tested last week. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that for a second. Oh, let me go off. Okay. There we go. All right, so we touched it last week, and then, so you see where we started this week. All right, so let's go out to a daily real quick. Gotta keep turning these things off. Okay, so daily is interesting because, I want you to notice, all right, so we're still in that weekly, still see this weekly right here that we are inside of, okay, and there's that daily inside of that one. So we're up in the weekly here, okay, and right in here in this area right here. So what you'll notice is that we have come back out of that weekly today. Okay, so Friday, this was Friday, this doji candle, right? Doji means basically like indecision, right? Kind of went up and down and kind of got stuck in the middle. So a nice doji candle there. That's also the indecision candle, which means that the next step could be up or down. All right, but we closed inside of the fair value gap, the bearish one. Got today, we actually came back out of it. All right, so what's going to happen next? A couple of things could happen, right? So let me make sure let me, hold on, you know what? I just realized something. It's what time it is. Let me see which candle I'm actually talking about, because this might be tonight's candle. Let's see, hold on, guys. Let me just double check before I tell you guys something wrong. I am, yep, that's what I'm like, this didn't look right to me. Okay, remember, we're on a daily. This is actually what's happening right now. Okay, so let's ignore that for a second. This is today's candle, okay, Monday candle, right? That's the doji that we're looking at. So Friday, we had that huge move up Friday, all the way up into the fair value gap. All right, so apologies for that confusion. I knew something didn't look right to me. All right, so what did we do today? If you look at this one, we actually went down. I mean, we went down. Oh shoot, I messed it up. Hold on, guys. Why you guys let me mess this up so bad? And I did not lock that candle, so let me see what I'm gonna have to do here. Where's my undo? I have undo in here. Let's see. There we go. All right. I need to actually let me go ahead and lock that real quick before I mess it up some more. Okay, boom, there we go. All right. So anyway, so this was the candle today. So we end up, we went up and went down, and we ended up right back actually at the bottom of that weekly fair value gap, which is also our weekly open, which is right above the midnight open. So everything is kind of right in that same area. And like I said, then tonight we're actually starting to make this move out of that fair value gap. All right, so why I'm pointing this out very badly, I must say, why I'm pointing this out though is I want you to see is what's down here now. Okay, we have a daily fair value gap that's bullish. It means price wants to go this way. So what could happen to us next couple of days? All right, and this is just kind of, again, how you do your if-then statements. So we could actually do something like this. We could actually come back down into this fair value gap, reverse back, go back up into that fair value gap. All right, that's one possibility. Okay, we could come down and break through this fair value gap, but right below that is another fair value gap. That's actually bullish. So we can do that and then come back up. All right, so these are kind of the if-thens that we have. Or honestly, we could turn around and go higher into the bearish fair value gap, and then turn around and come back down. Okay, so there's like literally three things that could possibly happen, next week or so. Because remember, this is a daily sheet, right? So but those are the kind of things when I'm looking, I look at and see, okay, what could possibly happen, right? And then when I see price make those moves, and I'm like, okay, let me go down to a lower time frame and then see what's actually happening on the lower time frames, all right? I highly suggest you kind of do the same thing, kind of have your own thought process of what could possibly happen so you're not surprised, all right? Okay, good there? All right, perfect. All right, so let's go back down now. Let's go into what happened today, and we'll go down to our handy dandy 5-minute chart, okay? Now remember, those are daily fair value gaps. Those are powerful, right? Weekly, powerful. Daily, powerful, okay? These are 5-minute gaps, and even these are powerful, right? But they're just not, sometimes they don't, they're not held true to, right? So sometimes price will just skip right through these 5-minute gaps. And the lower you go down in time and price, the more apt that is that, we're going to skip through these fair value gaps on either side, right? Sometimes you have them where they do work very, very well. Like, just here, there's one here, bullish, price came down into it, shot back up, okay? All right, so as you start to work with them a little bit more, you kind of see and start to understand them. All right, let's do the really quick, let's do real quick DR today, because DR was actually very simple today, honestly. We only had about a 14-point gap here, setup here, so 75 up to 89, yeah, so about a 14-point DR setup. Had a pretty good gap between IDR and DR on the high side, so about 3 points. So 3 points on the high side, no gap on the low side. So, right, I'm looking to see what's going to happen with price. We had a kind of a V, not even a real V move on the way up. So no bias there for me. All right. So let's see what happens. Take a while. Today was a slow day. And with that 14-point range, I wasn't expecting a lot of movement because remember what that's at 9:30, right? So we start making the DR range at 9:30, 9:30 to 10:30. When's the most action during the day going to happen? Most of the time, most action will happen at 9:30 in the morning because that's when the market actually opens, and all that pent up demand and things from over the weekend, are now in play, right? So you'd see the big moves, especially on a Monday, you'd see those big moves happen. So when I don't see a big move happen and I see a small range like that, to me, it's kind of one of those consolidation, just slow days, right? And which is kind of what ended up happening. All right, so if you look at what we actually finally, it took us almost till 1 o'clock to actually confirm, right? And we confirmed low, okay? And it was an interesting confirmation because it was a little bit of a sneaky one. Normally we confirm low on a red candle. So it tried to confirm low, but if you look at where price closed, it actually closed above DR low. So that's actually not our confirmation. It's kind of weird, right? Now if you play that as a confirmation, that's fine. It is what it is, but it's about a 1/4 point difference in what really is a true confirmation because of where we closed at. I'm sure if you looked at the MES, it might even be different. It might have closed differently, but on ES, that's what happened. So technically, that's not our confirmation, right? Technically our confirmation is actually this candle right here. Oops, sorry. Is actually this candle right here. All right. Now, do we retrace? Yeah, we do. We retrace back above. We actually retrace above IDR because IDR and DR are literally on the same line. All right. So there's a retrace. Okay. Order set on DR. Let's say DR low for this case, and that's about 75-ish, yeah, 43.75. And so then you see here's a nice move down. That gives you about a good 10 points on that move. Okay. Yeah. What else do you need for today? All right. That's all you need. There's your 10 points. All right. And again, this is a patience day. So what you're doing is you're setting your alerts. All right. Alert set low, alert set high. Right. And let price do its thing until it's ready for you to actually pay attention. Okay. So I did get an alert here on this red candle. So I took a look and I looked and I'm like, okay, that candle's not actually confirmed. Then it went back up again. I'm like, maybe I should have taken it. Then it actually comes back down because, I could have put my order here on IDR, but again, that wasn't the true confirmation, if I'm really being honest. True confirmation was this red candle. And so there's your retrace, and then boom, take that trade, 10 points, and go about your business, right? You could have held it, but if you held it, you came back down basically to the same point. If you look at this, we have, right, we had basically what we call equal lows. Okay, so it came to the same spot, then it actually took back off the other way. All right, so I'm not gonna go through that because that was around 3 o'clock. There's nothing more that really happened today. I mean, technically, you could have. I don't even want to say that because that's after 3. So there's some stuff in here you could have scalped a little bit, but I wouldn't mess with that too much because again, it's after 3. Market closed at 4. You see what happens at the end of the market day. Just shot back up again. So if you were playing shorts here, you would have probably gotten yourself in trouble, right? Because you would have been taking a trade over here. Well, no, actually, no. So no, you couldn't actually have played this if you wanted, unless you were just being greedy. Hold on, let me see. Let me make sure. Yeah, yep, yeah. That's what. Yeah, you wouldn't have played that trade over here. I wouldn't have played it. There's nothing there for you to do. So, anyway, honestly, that's it. There's nothing. It was not an exciting day as far as that goes. I mean, it's exciting because there was a legitimate, easy trade here that got you what you needed, but that was it. So, yeah, let's stop there. All right, and we'll see what tomorrow brings. Haven't looked at Forex Factory yet. See what's on the docket for this week as far as Fed speakers or any economic information. But we'll see if any of that plays into account this week. All right, guys, love on your loved ones. You never know when you'll be able to do it again, so take advantage of each and every opportunity. Again, my opportunity last night was phenomenal. Loved it. I was able to see, my nephews and nieces and, all kind of on one screen. It's not in one place, all in one screen. And the last time we were able to do that was, a year ago with when my dad passed away. We went to his ceremony. So it was good to see everybody on a much more positive note. Anyway, again, appreciate you guys, and again, questions, comments, you know what to do with them, and I'll make sure I get back to you guys. All right, y'all be good. Have a great one.